Ooh, chased by shadows. We're almost at the end. The smoking room was filled with a cloud of cigarette smoke. The expensive smoke filtered gave off crackling electric noise, but it didn't seem like it was doing anything else. Why do smokers have to be shoved so far down this corridor where the sun didn't even reach? I recalled hearing that the tax revenue from tobacco was about a tenth of the municipality's revenue. We were the most heavily taxed members of this municipality. So I really wish they show us a little more respect. So now, if I remember correctly, we should be from Oishi's perspective now. Why would you discard the 5 Mensa there? It's just decreasing your options. One of the younger detectives was having a staring contest with a Mojang magazine called Next Turn. You're still in Tenpai if you cut the 5 Menzu. If you're betting on the Hete, then shouldn't you be going into it with a Mengan? Kuma, look at the pond. They all discarded a 5 Menzu. It's a safe tile. You'd hate if at endgame someone was sitting on Tenpai on the last turn, wouldn't you? The kid let out another groan, put out his cigarette, then took out another one. I just don't agree. Why would you reduce your own options? By the way, you can't call wrong with your winning tile in that Heta. What? Why is that? Just then I heard a voice coming from down the hall. Are you here, Oishi? You have a call from a civilian. Oh, ain't that something? Well, see you soon. Ah, come on. Why can't you call Ron on it? Hold on for a second, Oishi. Man sitting in the seat Oishi was heading towards waved at the telephone receiver. Outside line from a payphone. It's KJ. Oh, why thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. This is Oishi. Who is it? Oishi? Hello. If it isn't Mabara. Why, good evening. From the tone of Mabara's voice, I already knew he was in a predicament. This was the first time Mabara had phoned me, and he was calling from a payphone. Please calm down. Has something happened? His voice was erratic over the line. He had completely lost his sense of composure. After checking that nobody else could hear, I prompted him in a hushed tone. What happened? Calm down, Mabara. I can have the local officers head to your location. I'll be there soon too. I think that's impossible. His voice was quivering and hoarse. He wasn't surrounded by people even as he was making this call, was he? Mabara, you're calling from a payphone right now, right? Where is that payphone? There were no other sounds besides Mabara's voice. It had to be a phone booth. I scratched out a note and thrust it at my colleague sitting across from me. The town phone booth. He understood quickly and hastily started on the internal lines. Calm down, Mabara. What is your current situation? It usually wasn't good to tell someone panicking to do so, but this was not a usual case. Mabara didn't just get in trouble, get away, and then call me. He was in the midst of something dangerous right now. But yelling at Mabara right now would just needlessly cause him to be even more frantic. Mabara wasn't just calling to seek help. He was trying to tell us something more than that. And whatever that was, if I didn't get it from this call, I was certain there would never be another chance. My colleague pushed a note in front of me. There's only one booth in town. A patrol car is on the way. 5 minutes. That's too long. How many officers are in there? 2. Not enough. If it was as I imagined, there were literally quite a few people surrounding Mabara. 5 minutes was too long. Did you call the officer station in town? He's scheduled to be on patrol. They're currently out and it'll be impossible to contact them. God damn! Kuma, bring the car around. Understood. Hello? Oishi. Hello? It's alright. I can hear you loud and clear. There's something wrong with Mabara. That wasn't a normal coughing sound. Vomiting? Or was it blood? Had he already been attacked? Was he injured? Mabara, the police are on their way. They'll be there in a couple of minutes, so hold on somehow. Hello? Can you hear me? Mabara! I could hear on the other end of the line that he was having a coughing fit. The worst possible situation popped into my head. Mabara! Who is the culprit? How many are there? I thought at first the culprit was human. I couldn't tell if that was a cough or vomiting. Are you alright, Mabara? I thought that the culprit was a person and not Oroshiro's curse up until right now. But I guess in the end it was an intense bout of coughing, then vomiting. But I guess Oroshiro does exist. No, he's here. Mabara, please calm down. I have been thinking it was strange for a while now. It's been following me this whole time. I've run and run and run and run, but it just sticks to me like my shadow. But slowly, so slowly, it's digging itself into my back. Mabara, are they right now, perhaps? Right behind you. Behind me? Right behind me? Please, Mabara. I can tell you're scared, but please, who is it that's right behind you? I just couldn't. I can't just look behind me. If I do, I'll. I understand that you're scared, but please tell me. You just need to turn around a bit. Who is it? Who is behind you, Mabara? Right after I said that, I could hear him vomiting intensely. What followed was a nightmarish sound. Mabara, it couldn't be that you're clawing out your own throat. There was no answer, but I could hear something like scratching. He is scratching out his own throat, for those of you who do not understand the context here. There was a bang, as if something was being hit. Mabara had probably dropped the receiver. I could hear groaning and vomiting over on the other end, and a repeating abnormal noise. Hello? Hello? Mabara? Hello? I knew how far away my voice would sound on the other end, but I couldn't help but shout. At that moment, I heard whispering coming from the other end. I couldn't tell what he was saying. From the way he was saying it, was he talking to himself, or was he talking to someone there? Hello, Mabara! Rather than whispering, it was some kind of mantra he was chanting over and over. I focused my senses trying to pick up what he was saying. What was he repeating? The infamous line that we heard Rena say. We heard us say. What exactly? Come inside. Come inside. Beep. Suddenly the line went dead. Did he use up his time? Well, it was because it was a payphone. It was because it cut out so bluntly. The last thing he said came out so clearly in my mind. I'm sorry. Oishi, the car is good to go. Oishi? It was, I'm sorry. Oishi. That's what he was repeating over and over. He said, I'm sorry. I had a gut feeling. There was no longer a need to hurry. I could hear the chirp of the Higurashi spilling in from the open window, and the sound of Higurashi. I should have been able to hear them this entire time. I just wasn't paying any attention. Why did I focus on them all of a sudden? Getting Higurashi, QQQQ. Were they trying to tell me something? Only the Higurashi knew. That's how I felt. And of course, that should be the end. Should be a black screen, because now there is no more story. Oh, no, we're just typing up. Yay! and town, a remote village near Bone City, there was a murder involving 2 female students. The suspect is Keiichi Mabara. Age. The suspect called over his 2 female classmates. No, he didn't. Rena Ragu and Mion Sonozaki to his house and beat them to death with a metal bat. No, he did not! He defended himself. The scene of the crime was the suspect's room on the 2nd floor of his house. And inside the room was covered with similar quality of splattered blood, and there were no signs of a struggle with the victims. In addition to the scene of the crime, the entryway, living room, and kitchen all had traces of a struggle. At the entryway, the shoe rack and wall had been evidence of being impacted by a strong blunt force. It is believed to have been the same bat as the murder weapon. Having no traces of blood, it was believed destruction occurred right before the murders. There is a possibility that the suspect overpowered his victims to keep them from fleeing. Excuse me about that. In the living room, the rug had been pulled back, then thrown aside. It is hard to believe that this had a connection to the struggle with the victims, and thus the reason for this remains unknown. In the kitchen, the garbage bag was torn apart and its contents were spread out on the floor. Garbage was strewn about in the surrounding area, and handprints believed to belong to the suspect were discovered. It is believed that the suspect had, for some reason, taken out the garbage and struck it with his fist. The reason for this remains unknown. Okay, I'm going to pause this here. Nope, it's going to keep going. In addition, there... Okay, nope. So it's going to pause. Now what they're doing... The rug was from when we tried to see if we could find the needle from the mochi on the ground. Couldn't find it there, so we went to the trash can. This is what they're bringing up. Everything that we've done, showing us on our downcline. So... In addition, there was a note stuck on the fridge. The words, "Was there a needle?" was written on it. The meaning behind this remains unclear, just in case the garbage was searched, but a needle was not discovered. Though the garage door was functional, it had been left open ever since the suspect moved in. The garage door was found closed. The suspect's fingerprints were discovered on the garage door. The reason behind this remains unknown. The suspect fled the scene of the crime. However, a patrolling officer found the suspect collapsed inside a phone booth. At the time of discovery, the suspect was unconscious in critical condition. He was rushed to a local hospital for treatment, but did not regain consciousness and died 24 hours later. No, he died in a fucking booth, clawed out his own throat. The results of the autopsy indicate an immediate cause of death had been hypovolemic shock, blood loss. It was determined that the suspect had clawed at his own throat with his fingernails, and the resulting bleeding caused his death. With a similarity to the death of Tomeke the prior week, the police believed there to be a connection and had opened the investigation. However, due to the wishes of the local authorities, it will be a confidential investigation. Due to the abnormal nature of the death, it was suspected that drugs were involved, but as with Tomeke, no traces were discovered. What prompted all this remains inexplicable. As such, the case is being treated as an act committed on impulse. However, with several accounts, the suspect's behavior leading up to the incident, it was possible that it was premeditated. Separated from his group of friends, isolation, inexplicable behavior. Several days before the incident, the suspect began carrying around a metal bat. The suspect was obsessive, displaying aggressive behavior, as well as talking to himself at school. His classmates have actually... wow, couldn't read that one. 2 days before the incident, the suspect declared to his parents the possibility of his death. Due to these circumstances, police had begun to investigate on the possibility that this crime was not committed on impulse, but instead planned several days in advance. No. Afterwards, they find a note. Yay. A note was found in the suspect's room that he had written himself. The note was written on 2 sheets of B5 college ruled notebook that had each been torn in half. It as if trying to conceal something. Your contents are written in the apex. So we'll now get to read it. The police believe it to be strongly related to the incident. Police changed their line of investigation based on the possibility that the suspect was involved in some sort of incident himself. However, no further clues were found, casting doubt on the credibility of the note. Was the crime impulsive or premeditated? With the situation unclear and no further development, the case has been labeled unresolved. However, the following year, suspicions rose regarding the nature of the note. The note was not written on from two separate sheets, but was originally a single sheet of B5 paper. In order to erase several lines from the middle, someone had torn them out. Judging from the size of the letter, the missing section was estimated to be 2-3 lines. It was highly probable that the person who eliminated the lines in question is not the suspect. In addition, judging from traces of large quantities of cell phone tape being struck to the back, something other than a note was stuck there had arisen. The person who first discovered the crime was a detective rumored to have a connection with incident Oishi. He underwent violently questioning, but denies involvement in any damage in the note. The suspect's note. So now we actually read it. Yay! I, Keiichi Mabara, am in fear for my life. I do not know why they are after my life. The only thing I do know is that it has to do with Oroshiro's curse. Ren and Mion are conspirators with the perpetrators. There are 4 or 5 adults, maybe more. They have a white van. This is all on the first sheet. Everything below this has been ripped out. This is from the second sheet. Everything above this has been ripped out. I have no idea why it has come like this. If you're ever reading this, it means I'm probably already dead. Everything about the rancher is taken out. The only difference may be the presence or lack of a body. You who is reading this, please uncover the truth. That is my only desire. Keiichi Mabara.
And it does end there. That, really? That's our end. That could not be the end. New scenario has been unlocked. All cast review session has been available. Play it, extras, time menu. Okay. There should be, I believe, another tip. Are there any new tips? I don't know. Extras. Let's see. Besides, new tips. Okay, so there are no new tips. Our last one should have been. Yep. Okay. So that's the end. I'm basically just gonna watch this on my own. I do hope you all did enjoy this series. If you did, please hit that like button. And tell me what your favorite part about the series is. It's that last episode, which I did record in one session. It's probably going to be split into 2. So you guys don't have to worry about sitting through 40+ minute episode. And also I want you to comment if you want to see more visual novels. What do you want to see? I know most likely I've already got a few planned. Anyway, this is BC Death Gamer. As always, hope you enjoyed. Keep playing on. See yous.